You are now listening to the sounds of Dr. B's Spot, a production of Bowden Enterprise Services, LLC. Join the podcast where love and life topics are discussed surrounding spiritual connection, relationships, finance, and becoming a better you through elevation. And now, here's your host, spiritual advisor and behavioral health clinician, Dr. B.
Welcome back to another session of Dr. B's Spot, Love and Life. I'm your host, your spiritualist, and your therapist, Dr. B. We are back in business and back in action. We are blessed to be here another week. Thank you for tuning in to experience a new topic this week. The new topic that was dropped in my spirit on this week is called Watch Your Tongue. The tongue is a very powerful mechanism that can be used in many ways. It can be sweet and mild, or hot and spicy like fire. It can be seductive, or it can also cut like a knife. When we use the school-age saying of sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me, those last few words right there are not accurate. Due to the fact that words do hurt, coming from the tongue of people who use it to correct wrongdoing or disagreement or to lash out completely in negative instances. The etymology meaning of tongue is an organ of speech and language. Listen carefully. This is getting deep. The thing that you say set the tone for the occasion due to the response. The tongue also carries feeling. It's a vibration. Did you catch that? Let me repeat. Your tongue is an organ of speech and language. So it does not matter what language you use or a tongue in how it is perceived once your organ releases the language. Your tongue sets the tone on precedence in your presence. So back to the topic of today. Watch your tongue, I say. Your tongue is a spiritual matter. Your tongue brings situations to you and away from you. Spirit speaks through the tongue to formulate meaning. It's called a ripple effect. This means whatever I project from my tongue, meaning the tone, the vibration, the feeling, and the emotion, is what I control, and the effect of how it is perceived determines the responsive action I receive back from the person that the message was given to under their control. Each receiving end has the control of the tongue and the power it chooses to project. Watch your tongue, I say. I say it because it's a command in the tongue that could change your life for better or for worse. The tongue can cast spells through the spirit of man, woman, or child. We have to be careful on the use of the words that we project by using the tongue. The Bible says in Proverbs chapter 15, verse 4, the soothing tongue is a tree of life, but a perverse tongue crushes the spirit. Let's break that down a bit. An example of what the Bible just said backs up what I have been saying along. If you are in a relationship and you have an argument with each other, doesn't it change the mood? Doesn't it change the atmosphere? And not in a good way. What happens is that your spirit was just broken and you allowed your tongue to disrupt the frequency of your environment. We all know a frequency. When a frequency is interrupted, it can cause disruption. The Bible says that a perverse tongue curses the spirit. That is exactly what transpires when you use your tongue in a perverse manner. Now, when you make up and there's an apology transferred from one to the other, your frequency is readjusted in the atmosphere, where the Bible calls it a soothing tongue being the tree of life. The same scenario that I use for relationships also extends to all relationships, including with your family, your children, your friends, your acquaintances, and even in times when you meet strangers. Take heed, friends. You need to know how you may affect someone by the power of your tongue. We should all remain mindful of the powers that we carry and what we project upon other people. Think before acting, look before leaping, understand that you have complete self-control of your actions. Let grudges that you have bottled up to dissipate because it's not worth it for you to continue being eaten alive from the inside out. This doesn't mean at all times you have to face your adversary and apologize. It's about your heart allowing forgiveness and healing for yourself and for you to move forward. Some people will never be approachable because they are not in the right headspace to receive, which is perfectly fine. Spirituality is extremely important in letting go of those things or people who do not serve you. There's a weight and a heaviness that follows you when grudges are held. It's not conducive to the mind or heart and even the body. Overall, grudges hold sickness. If you've done something wrong or use your tongue in action in a vile way, forgive yourself first, then forgive the other who has caused affliction in the spirit that resulted in the negative frequency. Let's continue to watch our tongues and move forward in more positive and uplifting moments of love. Stay blessed.
Join us next time at Dr. B's Spot, where we dive into the real deal of love and life by tapping into your body, mind, and spirit. Don't forget to like, rate, and comment on each podcast that we drop. For all upcoming shows, reach Dr. B and all she has to offer on BowdenEnterprise.com and social media outlets under the moniker Bowden Enterprise Services. Peace and blessings to you and yours. We are out.